Tolkien can craft replicas of human appendages or bodies from any rock source and move them from place to place. While playing King of the Hill, Toph made a large hand to grab and toss Aang to the side. When Toph was pretending to be Fire Lord Ozai as part of a training exercise, she used this technique to simulate the Fire Lord's bodyguard. Earth launch. While Earthbenders might be rooted to the ground, with some like Toph being unable to see in the air, they can quickly move rocks beneath them and launch them several tens of feet into the air, whether to catch a hit-on opponent or to travel faster. Toph and Bumi did this during the Battle of Wuhan Forest and the liberation of Ba Sing Se, respectively. But Lin is shown to be able to launch himself into the air with Earthbender, as was seen when he escaped the Earth's power. Earth material manipulation. Earthbending is not limited to rock or soil alone. An earthbender can also manipulate gold, gems, crystals, and other earth-based materials like meteorites and gedimites. Earth shelter. This can be used by earthbenders to create a shelter or dome, which can provide instant shelter in the wilderness. Toph often created shelters like these to sleep in while Team Avatar was traveling, and used it to create a safe place when he needed to give birth. It can also be used to trap enemies, but this application would not work against an earthbending opponent who would be able to cancel out the technique. These can also be created in combat as a defense against non-earthbending attacks. Earth sinking. More advanced earthbenders, such as the Boulder, Master Yu, and General Thong, can forcibly sink their opponents into the ground, imprisoning them or even suffocating them in earth. This technique was used by General Thong to defeat Katara. Jianzhu was particularly versed in this technique, being able to commit mass burial, running monocular grave digs. Earth smash. Earthbenders can easily destroy rocks and boulders with punches and kicks, even if they have a small amount of muscle mass. This technique is useful when facing other earthbenders, as it allows the earthbender to destroy any earth projectile sent at them and break out of imprisoning techniques. However, it does not seem to affect objects not from the earth. Earth flow. Earthbenders can create walls of earth, which can be used for both defensive offense as well as for practical purposes like construction. Earthquakes and fissures. Striking the ground with huge fists or hammers, as shown by Gao, creates localized earthquakes or fissures to throw opponents off balance. This same process can be used to sculpt a landmine, or to slice large chunks of rock clean off the surface to create avalanches or rock falls. More advanced earthbenders can make narrow fissures for precise attacks. Ground shift. Earthbenders can alter the ground beneath others to move them out of their way. The sudden movement can be disorienting to the target. Quicksand. Earthbenders turn certain surfaces to quicksand to immobilize an enemy, or to create a soft landing for themselves should they fall from height. Sandbenders can also do the reverse of this, compacting sand together to create harder projectiles, or a firmer grip on the ground. Rock cut. Earthbenders can quickly fashion cuts out of rock to immobilize their opponents. Rock hanging. If an earthbender is attached to, or wearing a piece of rock, he or she can attach to other small surfaces or remain off the ground for long periods of time. The Dynasty has been able to demonstrate this ability through the use of their earth glow, giving them the ability to cling onto a rocky surface. Rock shield. A levitated slab of rock can also double as a shield when positioned in front of the bender. This can also be performed with a slab or sheet of bedrock thrust out of the earth's surface. The shield can be pulled at the opponent for quick retaliation. Rock slide. If an earthbender is near a cliff or mountain, he or she can cause many rocks of a multitude of sizes to rain down onto their opponent. The canyon guide demonstrated that it would be possible to redirect the path of the rock slide. This was shown when he protected his refugee customers from getting crushed. Sandstorm. Similar to both the water and the air style, an earthbender can manipulate fine sand particles to form a wall or column. The sandbenders use this technique to propel their sand sailors through the Sinai Desert. Slab channel. With proper timing, an earthbender can bind an opponent's arms with triangle-shaped slabs. This technique is generally used if the opponent is in a vulnerable position, for example on their knees. This technique was first used by Aang against Ozai to keep him in place while Aang took his bending away. It was later used by Aang to contain the opponent when he removed his bending. Water filter. When working in concert with a water waterbender, an earthbender can purify polluted water. The waterbender suspends the polluted water in the air, while the earthbender reuses pollutants. Dust clouds. By shaking the ground back and forth, earthbenders can create dust clouds of various sizes to provide cover, the particles of which can also be manipulated and controlled. Dust stepping. A variation of the mist stepping and fire stepping techniques used by waterbenders and firebenders. By creating very thin pillars increasing size, a fast earthbender can use this technique to quickly scale walls. It was invented by the Flying Operator, where it was used specifically by Lepp, who later brought the technique to Avatar of the Ocean. Earth armor. Earthbenders can bring rocks, dust, pebbles, or crystals around them and mold them to fit their body and create something similar to armor. It can also hide inside the earth by bending the rock around it with a shell. Later, it is demonstrated by Toph that metal can be used as an armor as well. The earth armor was used by Toph in a training exercise with Aang. Aang later uses this technique with crystals against Azula, and again with rocks against combustion, and finally Ozai. This earthbender move is great for defense, especially against fire. It is not as effective for offensive use, since it limits the practitioner's range of motion. Earth pump. By sending a rock toward the ground, earthbenders can cause massive damage as well as throw their opponents off their feet. Aang used it against Zuko, almost gaining the upper hand in the battle before the Dailis intervened. Earth tunnel. Earthbenders can move through the earth to outmaneuver their foes either by opening tunnels or by pulling the earth past them, literally swimming through the ground. Earthwave. High-level earthbenders can create a wave of earth to ride on and use it as a form of transportation, as Aang and Toph have both done, as well as Roku and Sokka while training. The downsides of the wave are that it takes a lot of energy to produce, as well as intense concentration. The slightest distraction could cause the user to lose control of the wave. They can also force a wave of earth outward and use it as an extremely powerful offensive attack, as both Aang and General Han were seen using during their battle. Earth rain. Earthbenders can manipulate pebbles to spell out messages for others to read. The false avatar Yun was particularly skilled at this technique, able to form such messages while a considerable distance away to the earth he was bending. Magnetization. Skilled earthbenders are capable of magnetizing their limbs to any type of stone, making wall scaling simpler in the appropriate circumstances. The Dai Li agents could perform this move with ease and even stay upside down, such as when Team Avatar broke into the organization's secret headquarters in Lake Wangdai. Remote earthbender. If an earthbender is suspended from the ground, but is aware that there is earth somewhere near, the earthbender can focus his energy to bend that earth out of his physical reach out of sheer concentration. This was shown in a flashback when Bumi told Team Avatar how he freed himself during the eclipse. Bumi managed to summon some retiles and pieces of walls to ripple to the front of his metal coffin. Aang also uses this technique to summon rocks for his elemental sphere while in the Avatar stage. Compressed rock form. Used solely by Aang in the fight with Phoenix King Ozai, Aang disintegrated one of his compressed rocks from his elemental sphere and shot its shrapnel-like fragments with great speed in a machine gun-like fashion. Due to the speed and density of these rocks, they did great damage to the landscape. It is similar to the rock gloves technique used by the Dai Li. Dust devils. Avatars can raise themselves high above ground level through dust devils, similar to air and water spouts. Enhanced earth harness. By harnessing the power of the Avatar state, avatars can surround themselves with large pieces of earth, which they can subsequently conglomerate into a giant anthropomorphic rock body to use in combat. Avatar Aang used this technique to battle General Old-Iron. Enhanced earth levitation. With their greater power and stronger connection to the earth, the Avatar can move full-sized statues at will. Utilizing the power of the Avatar state, Kyoshi moves large statues of Badger Mother, and Aang moves various earth pillars in a fight against Ozai, both for offense and defense. Korra also used this technique in a fight with Tahir and later Kuvira, trying to crush her opponent with an earth-forming boulder. Powered compression. This is a much more powerful version of the earth compression technique, performed only by Aang while in the Avatar state. Instead of bending large chunks of earth into a single projectile,